What's up, guys? So, Killers of the Flower Moon is directed by Martin Scorsese and has finally hit digital. And I was able to buy it on Vudu and watch it. It took us about three sittings to get through the whole 3.5 hour runtime. It's kind of hard to do that beginning to end, especially when you have an 8 month old running around, not running around, but when you have an 8 month old to take care of, you get tired in life. And so yeah, we did finish Killers of the Flower Moon. And if you're curious why I wasn't able to watch it theatrically, I think I actually just also answered your question. So I was very excited for this film. It's getting a lot of nominations. Award season has officially kicked off with the Golden Globes and Critic Choice nominations, where Killers of the Flower Moon is doing very well and getting a whole bunch of nominations. So this is the story of the killing of the Osage, 1920, something like that. You've got William Hale, who is the king of the land, in a way, as he likes to call himself, and he's the friend of the town, but he's got pretty cruel intentions to become rich, even more rich, and basically murder off the Osage people for their wealth. And when Leonardo DiCaprio's Ernest Burkhart comes back home from the wars and he's been discharged, he was a cook or something like that, and he's looking for work. And his uncle quickly puts him to work as a driver and sets him up in a way with Molly Brown. He says, "You know Molly?" And he says, "Oh, I drove her a few times." And he says, "Oh, well, I hear she's single. How about you? That might be a nice opportunity." So Robert De Niro's character, which is William Hale, you know, sets the pieces, and he sets the stages of what's going to happen. Uh, Leonardo DiCaprio's character sort of just goes with the flow basically the whole film, and there's a lot of death. And Lily Gladstone plays Molly Burkhart in the film, who she starts to see her family drop one by one, and when she starts to get extremely suspicious, she takes one thing to another, and she goes and she gets the right people, and then the FBI come sniffing around. This film is, timeless, I think. Martin Scorsese does such a great job directing this movie, making it feel like this movie's always existed. If you told me this movie came out 10 years ago, 20 years ago, I would say, okay, I would believe that, because it just feels like a timeless story. It almost seems like a dark, I don't want to say fairy tale, but it just seems like one of those grim tales that have always existed, which I guess it has because this is history. Um, and Scorsese does a great job. Now, look, this 3.5 hour runtime, I don't know if it was beneficial to me because I didn't watch it beginning to end, but I was basically enthralled the entire runtime. Is there like small bits that could have been taken out, shots of the film that could have been taken out? Sure. But I never found it repetitive. I never found it boring. I never found it dull. I always found it extremely entertaining. I think this is a masterwork. Now, look, I loved The Irishman, but that film, I don't know, if it's as timeless. To me, I could watch that film anytime, but it doesn't feel like The Irishman is a movie that could have existed 10 years ago, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like Killers of the Flower Moon just feels like it's etched its place in history. This movie just, it feels important, and there's gravitas and weight to it, where I feel like The Irishman, which I love that film. I think that this film, I think I might like slightly better, which is a shock to me because I really do love that film. The Irishman. Look, Martin Scorsese, Wolf of Wall Street. If we're talking about his more recent movies, I mean, this guy is obviously one of the best. I mean, I just watched Raging Bull for the first time a couple weeks ago, and that was terrific. And what De Niro is able to do in that movie, you know, is incredible. And what he's able to do in this movie, the way he changes his voice and his demeanor, I think he's great. I think this is an excellent performance by Robert De Niro, and I think he'll probably get nominated for the Oscar. This guy is the living embodiment of the devil, basically, or a snake. He's the ultimate snake. In Leonardo DiCaprio's character, I feel like this guy is not likable, but I don't think the film necessarily wants him to be. I think he plays the ultimate bitch in this film. This guy is the ultimate follower. I mean, he will do just about anything his uncle tells him. He'll do just about anything that anybody tells him, basically. He's going to go with the flow if he thinks he's going to be on the right side of things. Um, yeah, he is a really he's a pisser. Didn't like him. His performance, though, is very good, and I think his best bits are in the last 20, 30 minutes of the movie. There's maybe there's a scene in particular where he has sort of a breakdown moment. I thought, okay, there's the Oscar scene. He's great in the film. He's great in the film. And Lily Gladstone, look, she plays it very, very stoic, but she plays it with a lot of grace. She plays it with a lot of heart and soul. This character feels lived in. The land feels lived in. I mean, this is just a film with the best bits of filmmaking. And I said the same thing about Oppenheimer, where you go to see this movie and you get excellence in every department. Costume, you know, score, like the score. I thought the acting, the directing, the script, the whole thing. This film just feels very special, and I loved it. And I can certainly see myself, if I put this on at any point, I feel like I would sit down and click in and just watch through the rest of the movie. I loved it, and I think that it is certainly one of the best films of the year. And Killers of the Flower Moon is a 5 out of 5 star film for me. Did you guys see it? What'd you think about it? Comment down below. Leave your thoughts. What's your favorite Martin Scorsese movie? There's a lot of great ones out there, and he's knocking it out of the park, back and forth. So leave that down below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Future reviews coming. We got Maestro hit Netflix next Wednesday. Going to be seeing that probably next Thursday. We'll be doing a review for that. We've got other films, other awards type films. We got May December, Naiad. Reviews coming for those. Be checking those out. A bunch of other stuff along the way. Guys, follow me on Twitter and or X at RyanKing72 and Instagram and TikTok at KingArises131. Thank you so much for watching my review for Killers of the Flower Moon. And until next time, over and out.